Captain Insano shows no mercy, no mercy, no mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
Straight cash, homie.
What's up, guys? I'm Ivan Vargas. That's Marco Velasquez. 28-9 is the score with 1:32 left in the game, and it looks really good for the Tennessee Titans. They look to go 7-2, dropping the Rams down to that mark of 7-2. But to be honest with you, Marco, I know we talked about the two interceptions that really put Tennessee over the top, but they pretty much controlled this game. It was a Tennessee beatdown. Is what it was. The defense showed up to play. Hopefully, it was just cramps for David Long Jr. It is David Long Jr. Hopefully, it's just cramps, which I think it is. But this Tennessee defense came to play. They shut down this Rams offense. You saw some plays by Robert Woods, but they pretty much swallowed up Matt Stafford. They shut down the middle of the field they shut down the middle of the line for that run game. It was pretty much all Tennessee as soon as they intercepted that second pass of Matt Stafford. I'm just kind of shocked at how easy it was. It really looked easy for the Tennessee Titans.
Absolutely, and it was honestly, this is a game that the Tennessee Titans can look at and say that there was no lucky breaks for anyone. It was just a dominating victory for Tennessee. I mean, in every aspect of the ball, offensively they got it done, defensively they got it done. I mean, the defense obviously I feel like they stood out the most today. As they have this whole season. I think today's Tennessee defense they brought their big guys forward. I mean, Jeffrey Simmons out there causing havoc. It's Denico Autry out there causing havoc. It was just a very dominating win for Tennessee today.
Yeah, and like I said, the Rams dropped to 7-2. I mean, it's still a good record in the NFC. Titans are just a story. They match a win from the Colts, so they keep pace with the Colts. They're at the top of the division. I mean, hands down, because they have the go ahead record, but they just keep that. They keep that separation there with the Colts. I think people have to, really pay attention. Adrian Peterson wasn't really much of a factor, but he really, it still brings a presence, like you had mentioned in the at halftime. The presence of the run game, knowing that it's still Adrian Peterson and he'll give you something, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's going to give you something. He's not going to give you everything, like he's not going to be old AP, but he's going to give you something. 10 carries, 21 yards is what he gave you in a touchdown. It pretty much matched everybody else. You had Donta Foreman, 5 carries, 29 yards. Jeremy Nichols, 7 carries, 24 yards. So it pretty much matched the pace. You have about, you have over, you have about 70 yards, over 70 yards rushing. I mean, it's not Derrick Henry, but you're trying to mimic the production, right? You're trying to play money ball, right? With running back. You're trying to just mimic production. So as far as mimicking, I mean, against a defensive front like this, I say they did a good job tonight as far as the running game is concerned. Ryan Tannehill did a good job protecting the ball after that initial, interception. 143 he threw tonight for as far as yards, 19-27, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. AJ Brown had a good night, 5 receptions, 42 yards. He had 11 targets, but I mean, you're dealing with a Jalen Ramsey. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was more when he made the plays.
Yeah,
caught my eye, right? Picking up first downs, a big first down on that last drive to keep it going. To allow the Titans to get to a 28-point lead. It was just textbook. Like, I mean, honestly, kudos to Mike Vrabel and this Tennessee team. The tackling from the Titans, tackling in the open field from the Titans, that's been like, I've been looking at that like, damn, dude, like there's been a couple times where I see the Rams being able to break, a big one on the outside, and then boom, a sure tackle from one of from the safety or the cornerback or the nickel. You know what I mean? It's just all around, will from the Titans.
Absolutely, and like, I mean, you got to be thankful for guys like Amani Hooker out there, David Long Jr. Causing like making these big hits. I mean, even today, Chris Jackson I think has several big hits for that Tennessee secondary. So it's all about getting the job done. It's like, I mean, I know. Going back to weeks past and how you talk about like good example with the Bears and how it seems like on that secondary people forget how to tackle, but it's nice to see that when your team follows through or the player follows through with the hit, gets the job done, and makes the play.
I mean, and you have 344 yards total offense for the Rams, but that was, I mean, honestly, it was all for none. It's all been in junk time right now. Late in the game, there's been a lot of chunk yardage. The Rams just got a touchdown pending the flag. 24 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what the flag is. Looks like it's going to be a hold on the defense, so it's going to be declined, and the touchdown will stand. They'll kick the extra point, and I think the Rams will I don't think the Rams are going to try any type of onside kick. I think they're satisfied with just, ending the game at least on a high note for them with a touchdown. It was a rough one if you're St. Louis. if you're a Los Angeles fan, it was a rough one tonight. The Tennessee Titans pretty much dominated throughout, and better luck next week, because it was just not there tonight. There was no luck for you tonight if you for the Los Angeles Rams. Kudos to the Titans, man. It was a tough fought, hard fought victory. They capitalize on the mistakes, Marco. That's pretty much all you can ask.
Absolutely.
Capitalize on the mistakes, making up for what what they lost with the loss of Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill, he threw that. Like I said, it was an ugly pick, but he bounced back from it. Was able to manage the game. Made big throws when he needed to. Kept drives alive when they needed to. I just feel like the story, hands down, is this Tennessee defense. The Tennessee defense, if they continue to play like this, they could go far. Like I thought they were going to go far based off of how their offenses perform and Derrick Henry. But now if you have this defense that can really put pressure on teams, can generate turnovers and flip the field, now you have something to work with in Tennessee. Now you're talking about, hey, we can get the ball back and we can take shots downfield, because we know our defense can step up and make a stop when we need them to, or get a big turnover when we need them to. You could pretty much pull back from playing scared and play more aggressive. You could you start to play more aggressive. Looks like they tried an onside kick, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It looks like it got knocked out of bounds by Julio Jones. And that'll be up. That'll be it. That'll be it. 24 seconds left on the clock. 28-16. The Titans are going to win this game. Marco, congrats, I guess, on the win.
Great win. Great win.
Great win for you guys. I know you're happy. It's going to be a 28-16 final as soon as they take this final knee for the Titans. Good show today, man. Thanks for joining me again.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a long day. I'm gonna get to bed. Probably have a little tea and get to bed. But for Marco Velasquez, I'm Ivan Vargas. Make sure to check me out tomorrow. I'll be doing the Barely pregame show, as well as Sean and Maya in the morning at 9 a.m. We'll be talking a lot of Bears coming up, leading up to the Bears and Steelers on Monday Night Football. So until then, guys, peace.
Captain Insano shows no mercy, no mercy, no mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
Straight cash, homie.